What is up, everybody? Back with a new video here today. And with this one, I'm going to be talking about my 10 favorite cover songs of all time. So there's a lot of really great covers. Sometimes they are better than the originals. With this, I think several of them are actually better than the original. I'll let you know as I go, but we'll give some honorable mentions at the end as usual. Just going to jump straight into this here. And my number 10, I'm going to start with one that you might not expect from me, but going to go with Stone Cold Crazy by Metallica. Actually, think they do this song very well. It's originally a Queen song, of course, and some people I've seen say that this is one of the first like thrash metal type of songs by Queen there back in the early mid-70s. You know, I don't know if I'd go that far, but maybe like proto-thrash type of stuff. Brian May, great guitar player. This is a super cool song. I think I do slightly prefer the original in this case, but Metallica did it very well. So my number 9, I'm going to go with Painkiller by Death from 1998. It's on the Sound of Perseverance album. Originally, of course, on the Painkiller album by Judas Priest. Absolutely not better than the original, but it's done very well. The musicianship, always top tier in Death. I think they did the song justice here. Of course, Richard Christie's a great drummer. I like Scott Travis slightly better. That drum intro is legendary, one of the best of all time, and I love the scream that's added by Chuck Schuldiner, and I think he's got a pretty cool voice overall, but again, not as good as Rob Halford, who is my favorite singer of all time. And yeah, between Shannon Hamm and Chuck playing guitar, I think they did a really, really nice job on this song, but once again, the original I think is better in this case. Number 8, I'm going to go with slightly kind of underrated one because it's not actually on the album. It's only a B-side. It's Massacre by Iron Maiden. It's from the Seventh Son era. It was the Can I Play With Madness B-side. Didn't actually end up on the album, but it is fantastic. Really love the tone and sound that Iron Maiden had at this point. Of course, it's a Thin Lizzy cover. Don't quite like it as much as the original Thin Lizzy version, but the way that Bruce gives his vocal delivery, I think, is done very well. Of course, Phil Lynott, great frontman and great singer. But yeah, once again, that original version by Thin Lizzy is amazing, but Iron Maiden did fantastic. And once again, that tone, I think, works really well with this song. Number 7, going to go with Diamonds and Rust by Judas Priest, originally done by Joan Baez. Kind of a weird pick for a cover, but I think Judas Priest obviously did it much better. I greatly prefer this version. It was originally on Sin After Sin, but I'm kind of referring to the Unleashed in the East version, which is their live album from 1979. Amazing. Absolutely love that. Love both versions, but the Unleashed in the East version, absolutely legendary. Number 6, I am going to go with one that might get me some flack here, but I don't really care. It's my favorite band. You know that I was going to pick a Megadeth song, but here I'm going to go with Paranoid, which was on Hidden Treasures in 1995. It was on a Black Sabbath tribute the year before. Forget what that was called exactly, but on the Hidden Treasures EP by Megadeth, and this, I'll say I like this version a little bit better than the original. The original, of course, is very influential, legendary by Black Sabbath, but I like the version by Megadeth a bit better. It's faster. Love Marty and Dave's guitar tone and playing. There's some amazing shredding going on here that I think is a little bit better than the original solos. But once again, both are great. Just when you go back and listen to the original after listening to the Megadeth version, it seems like it's going in slow motion. So I like the Megadeth version better. Really great cover, Paranoid. Number 5, I'm going to go with Attack Attack by Skull Fist, which is on the Head of the Pack album from 2011. It was originally done by Tokyo Blade in the mid-'80s on an EP of theirs, which both versions are amazing, but man, it's super tough to say here. I think I slightly prefer the original, but this cover is so good, and when I first heard it, I didn't even know it was a cover. Had to go back when I saw in the album credits it said originally done by Tokyo Blade or whatever. So yeah, anybody that hasn't heard this, I highly recommend. Love Zach's voice. I think he kind of fits the. It was originally Vicky James Wright on vocals, and I think he's got kind of the same style voice, which goes really well with this cover, and it's done extremely well. Once again, Skull Fist, I talk about them all the time. They are the best band that captures that classic sound, and they cover this song just extremely well. I'd say it's almost a tie between which one I like better, between the original and this one. Next up, at number 4, I'm going to go with Radar Love by White Lion. So this one was originally done by Golden Earring back in like the early 70s. Amazing classic song. I love that original, but I do slightly prefer this redone version by White Lion. Just that guitar tone and playing all over the song from Vito Bratta is so good. He is such an underrated guitar player. One of the best for sure from that glam metal era. And really, I mean, one of the best guitar players of all time. And really cool music video to go along with this song. Just amazing stuff. So it's here at number 4. Number 3, I'm going to go with Baby Please Don't Go by Ted Nugent, the Double Live Gonzo version. Everybody's done this song. It's an old blues song from the 30s. I didn't write down the original guy. I'm going to look that up right now because I gotta have this. Baby Please Don't Go was originally done by Big Joe Williams in 1935. But of everybody that's redone the song, I think the version that Ted did on Double Live Gonzo is just amazing. Rob Grange, that bass, you can hear the bass so well on this. Just sounds amazing. And if you listen to Ted's guitar playing, just how fast he's going and him singing at the same time is super impressive and amazing. But I've always loved that version by Ted. Number 2, You Really Got Me by Van Halen. And I didn't say I like, that Ted Nugent version of that is my favorite version of that song ever. But number 2, You Really Got Me by Van Halen, originally done by the Kinks back in the 60s. Van Halen put it out on their debut in 1978, and that's my favorite version of this song. Just amazingly done. Eddie Van Halen is an absolute god on the guitar. And my number 1 cover song of all time, I'm going to go with the Green Manalishi by Judas Priest. It was originally done by Fleetwood Mac in like 1970. And then Judas Priest, so the Killing Machine album came out in 1978. And then 1979 was Hellbent for Leather, the American version of that. The Green Manalishi was on the American version. It was not on Killing Machine originally. And then what I'm referring to here, though, is the Unleashed in the East version. Again, like I was talking about with Diamonds and Rust, but this version on Unleashed in the East is just amazing. Rob's voice is so awesome, and Glenn and KK, such an amazing duo. They sound awesome on this, and overall, it's just a perfectly done cover, the greatest of all time. And some honorable mentions real quick before I finish up. I got Frankenstein by Overkill, which was originally done by the Edgar Winter Group. Evil Dead by Dragon Force, which was a bonus track on like their 2017 album. Reaching into Infinity, it might have been called, something like that. But good album, and this song, it's a bonus track on there, is amazingly done. Speed metal version, basically power metal, speed metal version of that song, which was originally done by Death. Great stuff. Dissident Aggressor by Slayer, which was originally a Judas Priest song. Highway Star by Metal Church, originally Deep Purple. And I'll throw out Cat Scratch Fever by Motorhead, which was a cover they put out on March or Die, I believe, which, of course, was a Ted Nugent song originally. Done very well, and that does wrap it up here for my favorite covers. As usual, always like to see what y'all think and like to know y'all's favorite covers in the comments. And until next time, thank you for watching.